Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Business Live. Coming up in this bulletin, Goldfields deepens engagement with government over decision not to renew Damang Mines lease, insisting they are still interested in the project while urging workers to remain calm. We'll hear from them shortly as we go live with the Minerals Commission on this development. Also in this bulletin, Ghana set to secure a conditional staff level agreement with the IMF as the fourth review concludes. Plus, some printing operators call on government to urgently resolve what they describe as looming crisis as they bemoan the effects of astronomical tariff hikes amidst erratic power supply.
It has affected us a lot because due to the tariff, we have increased our prices of printing. And you see that the customers too, it's like they want to print, but because the cost is high, they cannot afford it.
We have details of this and more for you. Please stay on. I truly appreciate your time. I am Pius Kojo Baka, and looking at our stories. Mining firm Goldfields has maintained that it will intensify engagement with government over its decision not to review the lease for the Damang Mines. This was contained in an internal memo to staff cited by Joy Business. More in this report.
Persons close to mining firm Goldfields, their quest to engage government on this issue demonstrate their commitment to the mining project, rejecting argument that it plans selling it to another investor in the coming month. The internal memo also revealed that Goldfields plans to make this engagement an immediate priority. It also showed that this fresh proposal has been sent to the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources in an effort to resolve the planned shutdown. Goldfields added that it's in the meantime working to comply with the expiration of the licenses by this Friday. The mining firm added that it will go ahead to shut down mines pending the resolution of the issue with government. It also advised all workers and partners to remain focused on maintaining safe and productive operations. Goldfields also announced that it has set up a management committee to urgently assess the situation, identify potential paths towards resolution, and evaluate the possible impact on the people in the mining area. It further argued that their immediate priority is towards the safety of their people and the implications of future government action on the people and the community.
And pretty soon we'll get in touch with the Minerals Commission. But just so you know, in the last couple of hours, Goldfields, have begun speaking, and of course, they've released a statement on the back of this development. And let me share with you what the firm is saying basically, and pretty soon it will be on your screens. There you go. And it reads, Goldfields provides an update on the Damang mining lease extension. And let me start off by reading for you. And this is, of course, from Johannesburg, 14th April 2025. Goldfields Limited disclosed in our 2024 integrated annual report that they had applied for an extension for the Damang mining lease, the lease extension application, in December 2024. And the company has subsequently, however, received notification from the Minerals Commission of Ghana that the application was rejected. We'll soon find out why. Now, it goes on to say, Goldfields has engaged extensively with the relevant authorities since receiving the rejection notice to confirm that its lease extension application has fulfilled all the statutory requirements for such extension. Now, the government has instructed Goldfields to cease operations and vacate the lease area by the 18th of April on expiry of the lease. Goldfields is therefore preparing to safely and responsibly cease operations and ensure the safety and security of their people and high-risk operations. So the company continues to seek ongoing engagement with the government to secure the best outcome for all stakeholders. And he says these developments at Damang do not affect operations at Takwa, which remain ongoing. Goldfields will update the market of any material developments as this matter evolves. And of course, this is the latest we are getting in response to the development we are learning. And right about now, I would like to bring in the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission, Isaac Andrew Stando. Pleasure you could join me, sir, on Business Live. And by way of education, why didn't the Minerals Commission extend the Damang lease for Goldfields at least when the formal request was made?
And good evening to your viewers as well. I mean, the application that was put in by Goldfields did not have a program of operations and did not also have a reserve. I mean, if we go back to their integrated annual report for 2024, they did not declare any reserve for the Damang mine. So, I mean, upon which basis are we extending the lease for? So the application is not complete. I mean, there is so much that needed to be made known.
But in their statement, Mr. Tando, if you could permit me, they did say that they've met all the statutory requirements for an extension. So how do we reconcile the two?
So I'm not sure. I don't know what they are talking about, because we give leases based on a program of operation, which includes your reserve that you have. And if you don't have reserve, why do we extend a manual lease for you? And you can go back to their integrated annual report, which specifically did not state any mining reserve for the Damang mine. So I'm not sure what they are talking about. But
again, what has influenced this nationalization drive? What has government got to do with it, really? Can government do this?
So, Mr. Rafi, you've given a list.
This is Pius, by the way.
Come again?
I am Pius, by the way.
Okay, Pius, you've given a list to somebody for 30 good years. And you've even supported the person with a development agreement. The development agreement actually helps in reduction of their tax liability to the country. They also get a lot of exemptions on most of the things that is being used by the mine, like fuel. A lot of tariffs are taken off because of this development agreement. The government has actually supported this operation for the last 30 years, and the lease is gone and they want business as usual. That cannot happen. I mean, the Takwa, which is the biggest asset in the whole Goldfields portfolio, is still running. So it's neither here nor there when somebody wants to say government is going after them. No, we are applying the laws and we are making sure that whatever we do is in the interest of the nation. Take me as a salesman, and we've given a lease to somebody for 30 years. We need to get a better proposition to support, the people of Ghana. We deserve better, and that is the tangent we are going.
But at least, from what you know, per the statement released by the firm, they say they are interested in the mine. So they've indicated their plans to push for an engagement. Would that work?
Yes. So when we met with the minister, together with Goldfields, he gave them the opportunity to say, if you have any better proposition, go and sit down with Minerals Commission for them to agree that, yes, this is good for Ghana. And then we can engage further. Nothing has been brought forward. So as far as I'm concerned, their list is gone. They did not declare any reserve. They did not put together any program for operation concerning the extension that they want. So this cannot be granted just like that. It cannot be business as usual going forward. Ghana deserves better.
So you can confirm to us that as it stands now, they've not engaged you on that?
As far as I'm concerned, no.
Do I get the impression that the door is shut on this issue about Goldfields getting the Damang Mines back?
I mean, we are a listening government. We are still talking. But as I said, any decision taken on this will be in the interest of Ghana, not anybody else. We deserve better.
And as you've withdrawn the license from them, has any organization or whatsoever, the extractive mining firm, shown any interest?
Not yet, not at the moment.
All right. Very well. We'll truly follow this matter subsequently and, of course, engage various players on the back of this as and when developments unfold. I truly appreciate your time, Mr. Tandor, for speaking to us. He is the Deputy Chief Executive of the Minerals Commission. We shall come to you as and when we need more clarification. I truly appreciate it. Meanwhile, Acting Chief Executive of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Ahmed Nakdongma, has advised the government to maintain transparency with the mining sector in order to boost investor confidence in the country. His comment follows government's denial of a lease extension to the Damang Mines.
So the whole industry was not engaged on this. It was like between govt and the government. So maybe there were some discussions with govt, but the other members were not aware of what was going on. So in terms of lease renewals, all those who have leases coming up for renewal are very anxious. So they will like to know exactly what government's position is and what is the way forward, so that they can also prepare themselves for the way forward.
Well, in all of this, what kind of support or guidance is the Chamber offering Goldfields and affected stakeholders during this transition? And what recommendations does the Chamber have for ensuring stability and investor confidence in the sector going forward?
Yes, we would like our members all to be law-abiding and then to continue to follow the tenets of the agreement. And also would encourage government to let us have an open discussion on this. Once it's an open discussion, everybody understands that this is where government is going. It helps investors to know that, look, in Ghana, this is where we are going. But when there's no prior discussion, everybody in G3, even though it's happened to one mine, the next mine is in line and saying, what about me? What will happen when it's my turn? So we're looking forward to further engagement with the government to see how we can discuss this in an open and transparent and fast manner, so that the investor out that they are investing in Ghana, and that whatever you Ghana is protected and everything in the law.
Away from the mining sector, Ghana is on track to secure a provisional agreement with the International Monetary Fund regarding the fourth program review. That's according to sources familiar with the negotiations. George Yafi tells us more.
The team led by Mission Chief Stefan Rode is expected to bring their two-week review over how Ghana has performed under the program to an end tomorrow. However, based on the engagement that we've had, as at last week, there is the likelihood that Ghana could secure what some are describing as a provisional staff-level agreement based on the assurance that the country is going to implement corrective measures which are described as structural before the IMF staff can go to its board in June this year. If Ghana finally passes the fourth review based on the assessment by the IMF board, that will lead to the release of some $360 million to Ghana. The country's fourth review is happening, the time that Ghana is said to have missed out on some key targets ending last year. However, in the area of international reserves, Ghana has even met the end of program target even before 2026.
This is still Business Live. We have more for you after this break. Hello again. Printing businesses in Accra Newtown are reeling under the weight of rising electricity tariffs and erratic power supply, with industry leaders calling on the government to urgently address what they describe as a growing crisis threatening their operations. Rosila Calistego has more.
In the heart of Accra Newtown, local printing businesses are sounding the alarm over escalating electricity tariffs and unstable power supply. As costs soar and power becomes increasingly unreliable, business owners say their operations and livelihoods are on the line. Speaking to Joy Business, Chief Executive Officer of Ali Impression Printing Press, Abdul Aziz Ali, decried the toll rising electricity tariffs and unstable power supply are taking on small printing businesses.
And sometimes it goes off, you call them, gradually they come and fix it, it keeps going off. And that one alone scares customer away because you can't meet timing. Then after that one too, the little you have that you've collected to do, you buy more tariff you work and that's it. You don't have anything left. The situation here, if government can work on the tariff for us, it will be very good to us. Already we are facing challenge in production. Cost of production gets high because all the time materials get more expensive. So if you are buying more expensive materials, buying more prepaid, then you end up with nothing. Yeah, so we are pleading to the government of the day. They should try and help us. We are really, really struggling. We sometimes get job and doing it becomes a very big challenge. When you do your calculation, it's like you shouldn't even do at all. And that's all that we came here to do.
On this part, the chief executive of Superprint, Gideon Okulu, expressed frustration over the rising cost of electricity and persistent power fluctuations.
It has affected us a lot because due to the tariff, we have increased our prices of printing. And you see that the customers too, it's like they want to print, but because the cost is high, they cannot afford it. So, and beside that, the light too is not stable. It has been going off and on. And the whole thing is, I'm actually surprised. Anytime the NDC will come to power, we get power problems. So I would like to use this opportunity to tell the government to do something about the power, because the way we are getting off and on and the tariffs is going on too, is affecting us a lot. So,
an employee of EM Printing, Samuel, raised concerns about the impact of frequent power outages and rising electricity tariffs on customer satisfaction.
Concerning this ECG tariff, honestly, we are not happy. We are not happy because, let me call it, this doomsday has been affecting us in a bad way. Because right now we have been having issues with our customers, because most of the times we deal with time. Customers come here, then we give them maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. But due to this doomsday thing, by the time the customer will be in for his or her job, the light might be off. And due to that too, meaning we are not being able to fulfill our time and our promises that we've been making to the customers. So this doomsday thing, honestly, it is really affecting us. And right now too, I don't know, this prepaid thing, if you buy the prepaid, it doesn't take my time. The prices has really gone high, and I don't know if someone is consuming the power in our name, I can't really tell, because if you buy a prepaid of maybe 1,000 cedis, instead of it to maybe extend you to 2 weeks or 3 weeks, in less than a week, then, and all our machines here are single phases. They are not double phase or triple phase. That I can say that it will consume much power. So with this one, I think the government has to do something about it. And right now, if the light went off, we have to use our power plant. That's our generator. And the price of fuel too have been increasing each and every day. So we will urge the government to do something about it. Because
with rising costs and unreliable power threatening their survival, Ghana's printing businesses are calling for urgent government intervention before the lights go out on their operations for good.
Priscilla Calistego filed that report. Now, President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, Dr. Samuel Donkor, has called for increased investment to strengthen the capacity of local pharmaceutical manufacturers to meet growing demand across the continent. Speaking at the Pharma Excellence Awards in Accra, Dr. Donkor stated that such investment would accelerate job creation and significantly contribute to the country's overall GDP.
The prestigious event brought together healthcare professionals, industry leaders, government officials and key stakeholders to celebrate excellence in the pharmaceutical sector. Delivering the keynote address, Minister of Health Kwabena Minta Akando reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting local production of essential medicines and vaccines.
It is my expectation that at a point in time when we are talking about pharmaceutical help in this Africa or in this sub-region, we will mention Ghana. It is instructive to note that at this point in time, our partners who assist us in procuring most of our vaccines are gradually pulling off. This year alone, we need not less than $25 million to import, even as a counterpart funding. to import vaccines into this country.
President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, Dr. Samuel Donko, highlighted the importance of the awards in inspiring innovation and growth.
In the pharmaceutical, one thing would know that the local production constitutes about 30% of all pharmaceuticals consumed in this country, and another 70% imported into the country. So the local production still has room for improvement. And that's one of the reasons why we set up this award system, to motivate and challenge the importers and other pharmaceutical players also to venture into manufacturing. You can see the emphasis on manufacturing excellence. So many awards tailored in the area of manufacturing. So indeed, we acknowledge the fact that by improving pharmaceutical manufacturing, we'll be able to contribute more towards employment and also help in the country's GDP growth. So that is what we can do to also contribute. Apart from healthcare delivery that we use to help patients, we need to ensure that patient gets the best of wealth. We need to ensure that the patient gets best of health and the patient's health improvement as well. The whole country, in terms of health infrastructure, in terms of health improvement, pharmaceuticals excellence can help achieve that. We know it also contributes towards the GDP of this country.
The top honors of the night included the CEO of the Year, Ernest Bediako Sampon Award, which went to Farm Dr. Kofi Nsiapoku, and the Pharmaceutical Company of the Year awarded to Tobinco Pharmaceuticals Limited. 23 firms and individuals were recognized at the Maiden Pharma Excellence Awards organized by the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana.
Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewa, is pushing for stronger stakeholder collaboration to deepen financial literacy. Mr. Ewa disclosed this at the third edition of the National Financial Awareness and Literacy Conference 2025.
As part of activities to celebrate Financial Literacy Month, the Center for Financial Literacy Education, CFLE, brought together industry players, stakeholders, and students to delve into the finance sector and heighten financial knowledge. Speaking at the event, Advisory Board Member of CFLE and Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewa, called on regulators and stakeholders to collaborate more in deepening financial literacy among individuals.
A lot more that we can do, and we are hoping that the CFLE, they've already sent a proposal to the Central Bank. We are hoping that there will be a lot more collaboration, working together, so we can deepen the reach. The good thing is CFLE, that is all they do. The Center for Financial Literacy Education, that is all they do. So all they need is the ammunition to be able to do more. As banks, this conference that we are attending today is fully funded by the Ghana Association of Banks, who funds the Ghana Association of Banks is the banks. So the banks are doing a lot, but we need a lot more participants within the space. We need the DEMIs, the electronic money issuers, the telcos, we need the insurance companies. We need everybody to come on board so that we all deepen financial literacy.
Executive Director of CFLE Africa, Peter Asarinyako, revealed that financial literacy is key in curbing social vices.
If we are all financially rich or financially literate, one, social vices will reduce, because people will go after people for their monies, for their properties, just because they don't have it. If you live in a community and you are the only rich person, you become a target. And so I believe once we educate everyone, we share the essential principles, if everyone can, it's not about having huge amount of money. It's about being able to manage the little you have. And
thanks so much for watching Business Live for today. I am Pius Kojobaka.